Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am Mike Galetta, aka Hamilton Mike, with another special for you to get in touch with your sports side. We're going to go through a little bit of the week in review since I haven't been on in about a week, but after that, we're going to start every day with some shows. Going to try to get some combine coverage with football. Going to get some Phillies talk in there. We should, it's not a definite yet, but I'm trying to get Seth Everett, Major League Insider, on the show via phone. So we'll see if that happens this week. But let's get right to it. We're going to start with the NFL. Dallas police have reported this week that they have video footage of Johnny Manizel hitting his girlfriend. Now, they didn't say where it was, what happened, this and that. They're not releasing anything to the public, but they did report that they have video footage. Colleen Crowdy, ex-girlfriend of Johnny Manizel, says that she didn't bring out any charges yet because she's still trying to put a case together. What? Colleen, weren't you photographed with a mark on your face, subject to like a hit? You've called the police twice for domestic violence abuse. I don't understand. And you know what? Sometimes, and I hate to say it with all people, a lot of women go through this with domestic violence, but this is the reason why some women just it never stops, because they don't know when to call and put charges against them. But anyway, Johnny Manizel, nice job. You just played your way out of football, pal. Number two, we're going to talk about Joseph Randle. Smart guy, running back, ex-Cowboy, was arrested for the 5th time in 17 months for possession of marijuana, hallucinogens, assault, battery, and criminal damage. Wasn't this the guy almost a year ago complaining that he didn't have any playing time on the team and that, you know, since DeMarco Murray's gone, he should be starting more? Yeah, Joseph, doesn't seem like you're too smart of a guy for getting picked up for the 5th time in 17 months. Okay, another ex-Cowboy. Yep. See ya. Have a good time, Joseph. Number 3 is we're going to get to the Baltimore Ravens announced this week. They're going to bring in running back that's been out of the league for a year, Trent Richardson. Trent Richardson, formerly of the Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, Oakland Raiders, and actually 3rd overall pick for the Cleveland Browns, is going to try to make the Baltimore roster. Well, how bad is it when you got to bring a guy in off the street that hasn't played in a year to play running back? Boy, I bet you Ray Rice is laughing his ass off right now. Today starts the Combine in Indianapolis, where it should be a fun fest and all kinds of guys make their mark in the NFL. Especially this year, which is an unusual year because all the big-name quarterbacks are there this year. From Mentz from North Dakota State, to Cook from Michigan State, to Dak Prescott from Texas A&M. You got a lot of guys there, Goff from California. All the big-name quarterbacks are at the Combine. And we're going to try to get some coverage for you. Talk about them a little bit, get my insiders available, sit on the couch, we'll talk about it a little bit, we'll get some coverage for you. All right? Hope that's going to happen this week. Number 5, we're going to turn to the NBA, and Anderson Varejao, besides being traded from Cleveland to Portland, Portland announced that they will release Anderson Varejao this week. Some of the shooters that are going to contend for Varejao are Golden State, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Atlanta, and the Clippers. So we'll see where Varejao plays. I don't see exactly, the big rush for him. Yeah, he is bench help, but yeah, he doesn't really play that many minutes anymore, especially what kind of team he's going to fit into, but we'll see what happens. Oh, and we have breaking news here at the Sports Box. Breaking news at the Sports Box. Are you guys for real? Seriously? I got breaking news! Breaking news at the Sports Box. Come on! For crying... Sometimes, even though you're running a low-budget film like we are here, or set like we are here, you guys you got working for you, such horses' asses. You guys are always screwing around. Knock it off. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, breaking news. Joe Johnson of the New Jersey Nets was released. Breaking news. Joe Johnson was set to make, at 34, by the way, $24.9 million. Brooklyn will eat a lot of that contract, and let me back up a little bit. I said the New Jersey Nets. I still can't get that used to that Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Nets released Joe Johnson. Brooklyn Nets, the 4-year, $89.3 million left on his contract will be absorbed by Brooklyn. Now, I'm not a capologist, but man, that's a hell of a lot of money for a 34-year-old. I mean, whoever gave him that deal, that's pretty brutal. But in any sense, They've released Joe Johnson, and some shooters for Joe Johnson include Atlanta, Boston, Cleveland, Houston, Miami, Oklahoma City, and Toronto. Now, good luck, Joe Johnson. I don't know who would pay you any more money than you're already been paid. To talk a little NHL, Jaromir Jagr this week scored 2 goals, scoring goals 742 and 743, which makes him the 3rd all-time scoring passing Brett Hull. He is the the oldest player in the NHL to ever score more than 20 goals. And at 44 years old, he's the 3rd oldest player to ever score that many goals in the league. Hats off to Jaromir Jagr. As a Philadelphia Flyers fan, I got to say, yeah, you know what? Good thing you guys released him because, yeah, he stinks. But anyway, Dennis Weidman today was in court also to try to reduce the 20-game suspension. And it wasn't long. It only took 15 minutes where the league said no. And you know what? Dennis Weidman, you're lucky you didn't get suspended for the year for burying that linesman like you did. Yeah, that's a bunch of shit. You should have got suspended for the year. Be lucky it's only 20 games because I was the commissioner, you'd be out for the year. And lastly, we're going to talk about NASCAR. NASCAR kicked off this week in Daytona with a flurry of drivers and an exciting race and some crashes. And who am I kidding? Who gave me the NASCAR over here? If you're going to tell me to put NASCAR in here, at least tell me so I'm inept and informative about it. Unfortunately, folks, I don't know that much about NASCAR, so I'm going to have to stop it there. Well, that's all the time we have for the Sports Box. If you like NASCAR, if you want me to start talking about it, other sports you want me to interact with, it's absolutely no problem here at the Sports Box. We're well related in a lot of different things. Write in, let me know how I'm doing. Love to hear your comments. Going to have some interviews coming up soon. I know I say that all the time, but we're going to have some interviews coming up all the time. Got some exciting stuff coming, so I'm planning to have good shows in the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out. Every day this week we'll have a show. Remember, at the Sports Box, the only opinion that matters, right here. Take care. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Keep in touch with my new stuff.